Hello, I'm going to continue the study on Catholicism. I'm going to pick up where I left off in the last video, which was at John 7, talking about Jesus and having brethren. See, a lot of people believe that Mary never had any other children. They think, it shocks them if you tell them that she had children after Jesus. And this John 7 tells you that. Listen to this. After these things, this is verse 1, after these things Jesus walked in Galilee, for he would not walk in Jewry, because the Jews sought to kill him. Now the Jews' feast of tabernacles was at hand. His brethren therefore said unto him, Depart hence. Now, some people would say, well, he just talked about his disciples there. No, because he talks to his disciples a lot by calling them disciples. But this verse rebukes that in the next. Listen to this. His brethren therefore said unto him, Depart hence, and go into Judea, that thy disciples also may see the works that thou doest. For there is no man that doeth anything in secret, and he himself seeketh to be known openly. If thou do these things, show thyself to the world. Verse 5, For neither did his brethren believe in him. These people that are talking here are his brethren, his brothers and sisters, his family. Now, they weren't related with Adam's seed, because he was not of Adam's seed. He was sinless. He was God in the flesh. He was born of a virgin, but he was not part of the human race that way. He had no sin in his life. Now he come in the flesh, and he took the form of a man, and he was a man, but he was not, in a way, he was not a member of Adam's race. That way, he didn't partake of the fall of Adam, the seed of Adam, the curse of Adam. But he did have brothers here and sisters. And these were children that were born after Jesus by Mary and Joseph. These were their children, and they didn't even believe in Jesus. So, saying all this garbage about, well, she never had any more kids, she just remained a virgin forever, and stuff like that. She remained a virgin and never had any more kids. Well, according to this, she did. We go to Acts 4:12. This verse basically shuts down anything that says that Mary could have had anything to do with us being saved. Acts 4:12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. And that's talking about Jesus Christ. Let's talk about Jesus Christ there. There's only salvation in one person, one name. That's Jesus Christ. Not Mary, not Muhammad, and all that kind of garbage. Mary has no part in salvation. By the way, if you read the Bible through, there's very little mention of Mary after Jesus died on the cross. There's very little mention about her. In fact, there's not very much mention about her being born of a virgin after. There's only a few mentions in the epistles about a virgin birth, and all it says is he was born of a virgin. It doesn't even say who it is. You know it's Mary, but it doesn't say that. It doesn't even give her name. The emphasis is on Jesus Christ. But Catholics like y'all, Catholics want to sit around saying, just want to put all this emphasis on Mary. Mary did this, and Mary's so important in your salvation, and Mary's so important in our history, and Mary was sinless, and Mary never died, but ascended into heaven like Christ, and she was born without sin like Christ, and all this kind of stuff. And they have no verses to back any of this up. They just say it. They just say, this is why it happened. What it is they made up this garbage over the years in their little councils, and just made it up and just said, this is the way it is. And the Catholics just believed it, because their popes and their councils said so. They try to use verses, even though the only verse they could give is Genesis 3:15, which has absolutely nothing to do with Mary. That's talking about Jesus Christ's ultimate victory over Satan. It has nothing to do with Mary. That's not talking about how special Mary is. Let's talk about Jesus Christ, God, at getting ultimate victory, gaining ultimate victory, and ultimately defeating Satan. So that's all it's talking about. It's not talking about Mary. There's some more. Mary can't save you. I gave you, that was one verse for that Mary shows that Mary cannot save you. I can give you some more. Who will have all men to be saved, and to come unto the knowledge of the truth. For there is one God, and one mediator between God and men, the man Christ Jesus. It doesn't say there's two mediators, or three. It doesn't say, for there is two mediators between God and men, the man Christ Jesus and his mother, and the mother of God, heaven, Mary. It doesn't say that. It just says Jesus Christ is the only one. And Jesus will have all men to be saved. Not Mary and Jesus will have all men to be saved. Hebrews, let's see. Hebrews 8:6. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. He is the mediator of the covenant, not Mary. There's another one. He's the mediator. Hebrews 9:15. And for this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament, that by means of death, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament, they which are called may receive the promise of eternal inheritance. That's talking again, he's the mediator. Jesus Christ is the mediator, not Mary. Mary, it doesn't mention anything about Mary being a mediator or anything. There's no mention of Mary really at all in the Bible much. The only mentions of her is in a few times where she's with Jesus. There's mentions of her, like with the wine at Cana, which, by the way, was not alcoholic, by the way, if you read it. And if you knew the Bible, you know that. But, by the way, that's another thing that Catholics mess up. They think it's all right to be a drunk. And the Bible tells you it's not, that wine is a mocker and strong drink is rage, and whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. See, but they don't believe that. They skip over all those verses. And then they take the John 2, turn the water into wine, and say, see, that's alcoholic. No, it's not. That's not alcoholic wine. And again, if you knew the Bible, you would know that, and you read it, and actually believed it. But you can see right here that Mary can't save you, help you, and she's not sinless. She died just like everybody else, because it says, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of God, and that there is none righteous, no, not one, and that includes Mary.